Hi, this is Marcey Rader, your productivity lead at RaderCo. I'm the principal contributor to the Health Powered Productivity podcast, where we give you bite-sized nuggets of knowledge in areas of productivity, health, and clutter that you can implement right away. Looking for ways to support our health powered productivity mission? We welcome donations to our tip jar, linked in the show notes. We encourage you to check out our RaderCo recommendations page on our site, where we list all of our favorite products, services, and apps. We get a little kickback, and you get vetted tools that we use ourselves. Now, on with the show. This is our last episode of season 2, and I'm going to share the products I use for sleeping, the ones I do not want to live without. And there are quite a few of them, and I'm going to try to keep it under 15 minutes. But sleep is so important. It does not matter how stellar your nutrition and exercise programs are if you don't get the proper sleep. Sleep will affect your food choices. It will affect your motivation and your heart rate when it comes to your workouts. So sleep, number one for me. It is one of the first things that I work on with my clients if they are having issues with sleep. Before I was officially diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease at the age of 39, I was sleeping for 4 to 5 hours a night for about 3 or 4 years, and it was seriously affecting me. I would wake up with extreme blood sugar issues and constant rumination, cortisol up and down, spiking and blood sugar crash. I was a mess when it came to sleep, and it took about 2 years to really get to where I was sleeping even 6 to 7 hours. And now I'm 47 and I practice very good sleep hygiene and use all these products I'm about to tell you about. And I can sleep like 7 or 8 hours. It's amazing. It's absolutely wonderful. So I'll start with the least expensive, but not necessarily the least important, and move up to the most expensive products that I use. Just remember too that whatever you incorporate, it could take days, weeks, months, a year for your sleep habits to change. Some of it is habitual, but some of it is also nervous system or hormones and so on. So first off, I use Wild Essentials Contoured Sleep Mask. So this is only about $10. I've used a lot of different sleep masks, but this one I like because it's contoured, it sits up off your face. It's very lightweight. It kind of looks like a bra for your eyes. It's not hot, it's adjustable, and I go through probably 2 or 3 a year. I don't wear them every night when I go to sleep, but I definitely travel with them. I wear them if my husband's going to be in bed with his device, which that is not Marcey approved, by the way. And anytime where I'm sleeping where there's some kind of light, because you need darkness in your bedroom. And we have blackout blinds. We've always had blackout blinds or blackout curtains. And please, please, for the love of your children, do not use night lights with them. Night lights don't help them. They just help you get to their bed to check on them. Your child needs to have darkness when they sleep. The next thing I use is essential lavender oil. So I use this with a diffuser, and I have a beautiful diffuser that has a 1-hour timer, and it diffuses lavender oil at night, and lavender can be very calming and relaxing. It can also work great as like a placebo type thing where, there are studies around lavender oil and sleeping, but if you smell lavender oil and you're used to smelling it every evening, then it kind of puts you into that it's time to go to bed mode. Doterra is an excellent brand of lavender oil. I also like the Grow fragrance if you want to just spritz lavender oil. That is a non-toxic plant-based company, and that's called Grow lavender oil. I don't recommend phones in the bedroom. My phone is in airplane mode all night long, but the reason why I have it in there is because I use one of 3 sleep apps for meditations or sleep stories. And the one that I like, if you're just going straight up for the app, is Calm. And they have many, many different sleep stories as well as sleep meditations and breathing exercises. My favorite sleep story author or vocalist, I guess, is the French Whisperer. The French Whisperer puts me to sleep every time. And so they also have Idris Elba giving a story, which I cannot fall asleep if Idris Elba is talking to me. Matthew McConaughey, and so sometimes, different celebrities as well. But Calm is a great sleep app. I use the AcousticSheep Sleepphones, and these are headbands that they advertise as pajamas for your ears. I've used these for several years, and I have a winter band and a summer band. The winter is more it's heavier, thicker, warmer, and then the summer band is more of a wicking band, lightweight. And you can actually use these to work out too. What's different about them is that the headphones are flat. So if you can get past the, wearing the headphone all the way around your head, because the headphones are flat, you can lay on them and they're not uncomfortable. Because for me, I tried using, the earplugs, and they would just fall out of my ears, and they were not comfortable for me at all. So AcousticSheep Sleepphones, if I wake up in the middle of the night or I'm having trouble, going to sleep, I'm at a hotel and it's noisy, I will connect this to my phone via Bluetooth and listen to a meditation or sleep app that way. And those run about $100 for the wireless ones. The Oura Ring it's a wearable tracker that measures your heart rate and heart rate variability, which is way more important than heart rate. And I can't get into the reasons why in this 15-minute episode, but it's 24/7 heart rate variability monitoring. It gives you personalized insights. It tracks your temperature. It even it can predict your period if you're a female, and it does incredible sleep analysis. It's actually considered the most accurate for sleep analysis of all the fitness wearables. I was in a study for COVID with the Oura Ring, and I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of people. And it was fascinating. What they found was that they were able to predict people, having COVID. I want to say it was like 2 days before they were actually tested that and shown that they did have COVID. And when I had COVID, I was asymptomatic except for a headache. But when I looked back, when I found out that I had it, when I went back and looked at my HRV and my body temperature, because it will measure even like 0.3, minus 0.1, minus 0.2, minus point. I mean, it's very, very specific. I could see the change before I could feel the changes when I had COVID. It also gives me a sleep score in the morning and just my heart rate variability score. And that score actually helps me decide on my workouts. And boy, do I wish I had this when I used to do ultra endurance sports, because I'm sure I was training a lot when I needed to be recovering. And so I will change up my workouts based on my daily score. It is the first app that I open in the morning, and I see how I'm doing today. And that is about $300, and I think it's beautiful. You can get a couple different kinds, but I'm a big, big fan of my Oura Ring. Next is the Apollo Neuro. This is advertised as a wearable hug for your nervous system. It actually retrains your autonomic nervous system so you spend less time in that fight or flight mode. And you can wear it on your ankle or your wrist. I prefer my ankle. If you are someone with tiny little wrists or ankles, then you might need the wristband to wear for your ankle. That's what I ended up having to do. But it emits this vibration, this very subtle vibration that after a while, you don't even notice. You don't even feel it. And it has different settings. So in the night, it has like a sleep mode. And if I wake up in the middle of the night, I just press the two buttons and it will do 30 or 60 minutes of the sleep vibration. If it, then there's a mode for recovery, which I use for 30 minutes after I exercise. There's a focus mode that I will use throughout the day a couple times. I use it during my Focus 90. I put it on the focus mode. There is a social mode where if you have any social anxiety or things going on, that it's called like social and open. But I absolutely love my Apollo Neuro. And as it relates to sleep, they found that people spent on average about 19% more time in deep sleep when they wore the Apollo Neuro. And this is about $350. And you would want to wear it really about 3 hours a day to get that effect to retrain your autonomic nervous system. Our mattress is a Casper mattress, and I really like it. We used to have a Tempur-Pedic. It was way too hot for me, but we have the Casper mattress. What I like about it is that it's easy. It's just delivered to your door, and you unbox it, and there it is. And we're very happy with that. Our latest is the 8 Sleep, and 8 Sleep is a pod. It looks like a mattress cover. It is connected to a container with water in it, and it would be considered sleep fitness technology. So we get personalized bed temperatures with individual microclimates. Isn't that so fancy? What was happening this summer? So I went through early menopause at the age of 36, and I thought there was something seriously wrong with me. And I wish it didn't take 4 or 5 years to get a proper diagnosis for that. But I went from being a spoon with me every night to please don't touch me in bed because I would just get so hot. And in the last year, I would be fine until my husband came to bed like 3 hours later. And then I would just wake up sweating. I just because he just emits so much heat. And he would have all the covers and blankets on him even, and I would be throwing them off in the dead of winter because I would just get so hot. So, with the temperature shifts throughout the night, what it can do is he can set his temperature on his side of the bed for one thing, and I can set mine for another. And it gets to learn your sleep patterns and when you're in deep sleep and REM sleep, because what happens is we need one type of temperature to fall asleep and then a different type when we're in deep sleep, and then the temperature will start to rise through REM, and then the warmest temperature is what helps us wake up. And that, cortisol also helps us wake up in the morning, our cortisol hormone. So you can actually set an alarm like minus 6 a.m. So between 5:30 and 6, it will start warming the bed. And so I gradually wake up, which I really never need an alarm, but I would gradually be waking up instead of this or something else that, jacks up my blood pressure because it's like a scary tactic, to wake yourself up. You can even turn on a vibration where it will subtly and then grow in vibration in the morning. The sleep fitness, it is astounding how accurate it is. It tracks your heart rate and your HRV, tracks your tosses and turns, your wake ups. And when I say how accurate it is, because I also look at my Oura Ring, and it will be pretty close to my Oura Ring. And a lot of it depends on how you sleep. If you sleep on your back or your side or your stomach, it could change the accuracy. But I did find that it took a good 3 weeks to a month for it to really learn me. And I was adjusting, I would it asks you, was this temperature too hot when you woke up at night? Was it because it was, you were cold? And so you do have to put some work into it. And if you want the autopilot for it to adjust. And what was really cool that I didn't realize was that as it became spring in North Carolina and the temperature started warming in our house, it would adjust the temperature in our bed even. So it was, it's awesome. But it is $1,745 for a queen size. Now with all of these products, they're in the show notes. please link to them from the show notes if you don't mind, because we get a little kickback, as I say in the intro and outro. And but also it could be that link gives you a discount. I know for a fact that some of the links in there actually give you a discount because of me being an affiliate. So try one, try all, but just know that these products will take some time to affect your sleep. This is it for season 2. I want to thank everyone for joining us, and especially the teams that used our podcast as a pre-meeting part of their agenda. And they took 5 minutes every meeting to discuss what the episode was for the week. We'll be back in September. Enjoy your summer. Thank you for listening to the RaderCo Health Powered Productivity Podcast. Please subscribe, leave a review, and forward this episode to at least one person you know could benefit. And can I ask a favor? If you felt this podcast was valuable, please consider supporting it by donating to our tip jar to continue giving you bite-sized nuggets of knowledge. And get your sneak peek of my latest book, Work Well, Play More, Productive, Clutter-Free, Healthy Living, One Step at a Time, with the novice behaviors from chapter 1 that includes how to deal with all those rings, pings, and buzzes, how to declutter your digital desktop and why it's important, and how to play hide and seek with your food to help with portion control. It's waiting for you at helloraderco.com/gift.